Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, and all in between, and welcome back to part 21 of Lord of the Rings Online, our Beorning playthrough. Now, when last we left off, we were aiding Candaith in the Lonelands, and we've just gone to collect the Orc orders from the Orc Messenger and bring them back. This is Book 2, Chapter 2, an Orc Messenger.
How can I be of service?
These orders are written in the Black Speech Runlina, a tongue I have never desired to learn. I should have been prepared for this, but I hoped that we would learn something useful immediately. While you were seeking these orders, I followed signs of Radagast through the hills. I was not alone in this pursuit, as a patrol of Orcs soon happened upon my location. I was forced to break off my pursuit, and I lost my bow as I evaded the Orcs beneath the eaves of the wood. It was a close thing, Runlina, a close encounter that yielded insight into the Orcs' leadership. You did well for your part, and soon we will understand the intentions of these Orcs as well as their leadership. Book 2, Chapter 3, War Master Uzor.
How can I be of service?
I would have easily evaded the Orcs I pursued, Runlina, were it not for the War Master that travelled with them. Uzor, they called him, and gave to him what respect that their kind reserve for the strongest and fiercest warriors. It is unlikely that Uzor returned to Bleak Rift within the Midwater Pass, for that seemed to be his domain. He must be slain, and whatever orders were given him recovered. Bleak Rift is a northwest of here, on the northeastern edge of the Midwater Pass, surrounded by a shallow body of water. Defeat War Master Uzor, and look for a letter of some kind near his person. Return to me victorious, and we will discuss further what must be done. Bleak Rift is likely to be a dangerous place, Runlina. Be careful. I will continue my search for Radagast.
Greetings.
The Orcs took my bow from me, and while it would not be difficult to make a new one, I am loath to be parted from it. It is very dear to me, for it was passed down from my grandfather to my father, and from my father to me. One of War Master Uzor's archers has surely taken it for his own. Search the vicinity of the Midwater Pass for archers bearing the mark of the White Hand. If you are truly brave, look too within Bleak Rift to the northwest. I have seen many archers in that place from a fair distance, and one of them might have taken my bow as a spoil of war. Bring caution with you, Runlina.
What can I do for you?
While you trek within Bleak Rift searching for Uzor, be on the lookout for lockboxes or anything that has been the appearance of value that the Orcs may have stolen. If my hunch is correct for Radagast, then this will prepare you well for the future and the possibility of dealing with a variety of people here in the Lonelands. I will say nothing more of them now, as they are private people and it is not for me to reveal their secrets. You will know what I speak of should you see them, but you keep your search centered around the Bleak Rift. So I should head off to Bleak Rift, and we'll see you there. And back to Candaith.
Greetings.
Book 2, Chapter 3, War Master Uzor. Are any of these cloaks any good, or... No, Switor is fine. Another letter written in the Black Speech Runlina, and its meaning evades me as did that of its fellow. This one, however, bears the mark of the White Hand. I must know what message this letter bears, Runlina. It is not a task for you, though. I have finally discovered information on the whereabouts of Radagast, but there is something that you should see first. And as usual, I've got to empty my inventory.
How can I be of service?
As I was returning from the lands to the east, the night sky over Weathertop was lit by bright flashes of white light, akin to lightning, yet no clouds darkened the sky, and of thunder there was no sound. It was Gandalf fighting the ring-wraiths. I think that no ordinary storm visited Amonsul that night. I asked you to search the ruins atop Weathertop, and see if there is anything that you find, my friend. If you find anything out of the ordinary, return to me immediately.
What can I do for you?
And we can hand in Orc Thieves. This isn't as good as our other bow either, so... Thank you, my friend. This bow will yet slay many Orcs before its time is ended. I thank you for its happy return. We completed the deed. Quests in the Lonelands.
What do you need?
Yes, I think that these will do nicely. More on that in a short while, for there is much more to do about these orcs before I send you onwards to the inhabitants of the Loneland. I think I'll show this part off in the video because I want to show more of Middle Earth, and it'll be nice to see what it looks like at the top of Amon Sul. I just finished a chapter on Lothlórien in the Fellowship of the Ring, and the Fellowship are now heading along the Great River to the Fall of Raros. But we know from the book that Gandalf was here a few days ahead of Strider and the Hobbits. In fact, they see the lights atop the tower. But Gandalf goes on forward to Rivendell because it's too dangerous to linger looking for the Hobbits. Which reminds me a bit of that scene in the Return of the King when Gandalf was riding atop to Minas Tirith, one of my favourite scenes in the trilogy. I look forward to the day when we look out over Minas Tirith across the fields of Pelennor. The old kings. There's the Midwater Marshes. And here's the top of Amon Sul. Strider comes here and finds the ruins of Gandalf. And there it is, the ruin-covered rock. Take a rubbing of the runes on the rock and put it in your pack. We bring it back to Candaith, so I'll see you there.
What can I do for you?
And now, that's Book 2, Chapter 4, Light in the Darkness. Ah, you have found something. Let me see this rock rubbing you have made. The runes are common, but I do not know what they signify. I am afraid this does not tell me much of the lightning, Runlina, but it tells me something of the source, likely the same person responsible for sending you to me, which was Gandalf. Let's do Book 2, Chapter 5, Solo, retake Weathertop.
What do you need?
Runlina, I have news of Radagast, but I must ask you once again for assistance here. The letter you recovered from Bleakrift speaks of the Orcs' true goals, taking control of Amon Sul. Orc forces are to move toward the crest of Amon Sul under the cover of night, and will move in a large group, establishing small units along the paths from that larger force. We cannot stand against the force when they are assembled, but we can once they are splintered. They wish to establish a base that will allow them advantage over the entirety of the Lonelands. We must follow their plans, Runlina. Return to me when you are ready. Together we shall scale Amon Sul and defeat Rigul, the leader, before he can carry out his master's will. Let's go and do it.
Weathertop, once a watchtower of the Dunedain, now a refuge for orcs. Candaith the Ranger strives to break their foothold in the Weatherlands.
What do you need?
We must make haste, Runlina. We have the leaders of the Uruk-hai cornered like rats upon the slopes of Weathertop. If we can defeat them, we may yet break the will of this warband and drive them whimpering to their masters in the south. Be prepared for anything. Keep a close watch. We don't want no surprises. The leaders have all gathered on the hill. And he comes this way and he'll be sorry. I shouldn't have this torch. Anyway, let's push on. Candaith can handle most of them. How am I supposed to drop it anyway? I'll have to wait for the bar to run down. Oh cool, I can light this. Oh, the fires are under attack. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe the idea is to stop them from taking the fires to light for Elden. Anyway, I think it'll be fine. I already kind of did that. Candaith, sorry. The road diverges ahead. We need to split up. Remember the torches, light the bonfires. This may help you. You need to be swift. The orcs must be driven out of the Lonelands. You cannot fail here. The path diverges ahead. I shall follow the trail to the right. You follow the path to the left. If all goes well, we will meet again upon the peak of Weathertop. Wait till I have passed from sight before you proceed. Remember, we must defeat the leaders of this warband if we are to discourage them. Use the torches you find on the unlit pyres along the way. They may draw the attention of nearby orcs. Seek out the enemies, Bobosh and Muzz. You take the path to the left. We will meet at the crest of Weathertop. Let's see you there. Yeah, he's going up off there. This should help us get our deed completed for killing 120 orcs in the Lonelands. Not a bother to us. Oh, there's nowhere left to burn it. As I run past them all, find them. Otherwise I don't think I can unequip it. Oh yeah, it is there. There's two ways to go here. We can go out this way. Well, actually we can, it's locked. Bob Hosh shouts as he approaches. What's all this ruckus, you curs? The bees steal with you. No, we can't climb higher. We'd have to take the long way around. Defeat Muzz, the Warg Keeper. Well, this is a dead end, so yeah, we can't go any other way. Oh, we're getting close to Muzz with the Wargs. Here's Muzz. He's taken out pretty quickly. Now we should run into Candaith near the top. Assuming he's still alive, we hope. We're very near the top now anyway, just around this bend we should meet Candaith. There he is. What a legend. You've done well, Runlina. Better than I, it appears. Uruk-hai and Orcs nearly bested me and my wounds run deep, but you must not concern yourself with me now. Beyond that gate is the Uruk who leads this force. Pass through the gate to defeat him. We cannot allow these Orcs to have a hold in the north. It appears that the injuries are worse than I feared. I will open the gate and hold the rear guard. I will remain here to stop the enemy should they decide to flee. There's Ragul. We got him. Saruman will find you. Oh my god, there's a mountain troll. Uh-oh. Phew, trolls there. Defeat trolls in the Loneland. 40 of them. And Olog Snaga. There's Candaith. You did very well. Ugh. My wounds are grievous, but I shall recover. Come, we shall return to my camp. It is time for us to leave this place, Runlina. I think that ends the first half of the quests in the Lonelands, but I could be wrong. But it completes Book 2, Chapter 5. Retake Weathertop. Do not concern yourself with the orcs that remain. This far removed from the Southlands, they will dwindle and become only a small danger to travellers through the Lonelands. We have won a pivotal battle, my friend. You've earned some rest, I think, for the great threat posed by these orcs is now finished. Now let me aid you in your endeavour to find Radagast the Brown. I would stop off in the Forsaken Hymn before I move on and sell all my junk.
Greetings.
I managed to track Radagast south, and there met friends, the Aglain, who make some ruins here in the Lonelands their home. They are solitary and quiet people, having shunned societal obligation for simple life eked out here. The few that do venture towards the more civilized areas of the world are still different than most you will ever meet. Because of this nature, they are truly wary of anyone who wishes to traffic with them or their allies, and it seems that Radagast has enlisted their aid. Not only now, but at some time in the distant past. I fear that you will need to earn their right to speak with Radagast. I have done what part I can. My horse will take you south and west to the Forsaken Inn. There you should seek an audience with Gazric Mons. He will know your name. Be safe, Runlina.
What do you need?
I think that's fine. Let's just hand in these quests before we talk to him.
Woe to me. Woe to me.
I mean, we've actually already got a acquaintance reputation with the Aglains. That might be enough to meet Radagast. I'm not sure. Sure, we'll soon find out. Of course, we already had dealings with Gadrick before doing quests.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
So, Book 2, Chapter 6, Protected by the Aglain. Candaith is a good man who has taken a chance by giving us his word that you can be trusted. For his sake and our continued friendship with him, I hope that you are worth the risk. We are a simple people who wish to remain apart from society, but there are efforts that all must undertake to survive. We would ask you to assist us to prove you are worthy.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
And actually, because I've done all the tasks already, we don't have to do any more tasks, thankfully. You have toiled long, and we are grateful for all you have done. You appear to have the best intentions towards our people. For this, we will grant you the request you ask.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Book 2, Chapter 7, Radagast the Brown. But you'll notice that we've gone from quest level 23 to 27, so these quests are more in line with our own level. The main quest has caught up with us. You have been patient, Runlina. You must understand we are solitary people. We hold our friends dear to us and protect them as we can. Radagast is such a friend, and here at the behest of our leader to aid us with the terror emerging from a long slumber. He has taken residence in the ruins of Oscoloth, the place we call home. You're welcome to make the journey to the east. The ruin is north of the Great East Road, before the road snakes between the northern and southern swamp. Seek Radagast within the tower. Perhaps there is a way you can aid him as well as he can surely aid you. And we get to meet one of my favourite characters in the Tolkien lore. And we find ourselves in the lore tower, where at the top we should find Radagast the Brown, one of the 5 of the Isterly, the wizards sent by the Valar to Middle-earth.
Why come you here?
The Aglain let you in the day. I have been expecting you, though sooner rather than later. You have in fact taken your time. I understand you found something upon Weathertop. This rubbing, I do believe it is a G rune, a mark oft used by Gandalf the Grey, another of my order. I guessed from the description of those 3 lines that he was at Amonsul on October the 3rd, naught but a few days past. I too saw the lightning upon Weathertop, and feared that Gandalf found trouble there. I have not seen him since we parted at Sarn Ford, so I can tell you no more of him or his travels. Of this place I can tell you very much, but make reason of very little.
Will you help me?
Book 2, Chapter 8, The Red Swamp. The land itself is turning against us, and I know not the reason why. Even the shepherds are twisted shadows of their former selves. I speak of the bog prowlers, for those that tend to the trees. If I can discern what is twisting the shepherds, I may be able to determine what is fouling the land. Bring me the moss that they use to line their nests. They roam the swamp to the east of here. Remember, I do not wish to harm the shepherds, no matter how confused they appear. They are innocent victims of the corruption, and know not what harm they do.
You have returned, I see.
So, we're going to pick up a few more quests here in Osgiliath, and then we will call it a day. Hannah the Young. This is level 30. Greetings, traveller. I have a favour to ask of you if you will listen. We are short on supplies, as always, and we rely in some measure on deliveries of food from the Forsaken Inn. If your travels bring you back westward, could you speak to Anlaf in the Forsaken Inn about arranging a delivery of oatmeal to be sent to Osgiliath? It would be a great help to us, Runlina. We sure can. We know quests that are usually a few levels higher than us are normally okay, although Orange tells us to be cautious. Stanrick and
Would
Tortwell.
you do something for me?
Always we struggle to survive, and we have done well in all the years I have dwelt at Osgiliath. But this is something that the like of which I have not seen before. With the elders working to defend against the evil in Agamar, it falls to the rest of us to see to other defences. This, my friend, is where I come to you. Our numbers are few, and those capable of wielding a weapon are best kept close to Osgiliath. You, however, are able to walk freely through the land and assist us in ways in which we cannot help ourselves. In the west, beneath the shadow, is Amon Ross. Lies great nests of venomous spiders among the ruins. Some are more potent than others. Now we have ways passed down through the ages of distilling the venom of the lesser spiders and making a medicine which helps to cure poison. If the venom is too potent, it cannot be distilled. I need you to collect the poison in sacks from the rune web hunters and ambushers and bring them to me.
Can I speak with you a moment?
Well, all these quests are to defeat spiders, so they all tie in nicely. And no doubt you've seen spindly crawlers weaving their webs and trapping the prey, which happens to be anything that has life within its veins. Crawling monstrosities is what they are. Nothing good comes from them, and I've seen too many fall prey to their hidden nests. These foul vermin do not deserve the life they take so freely. Bring my vengeance upon them.
Stay a moment.
All that you have done for the Aglain proves your honour. I shall not doubt your intentions again, but I shall ask a favour of you. I am sure that you have seen the variety of spiders throughout the Lonelands. You may not know of the elders that lead this vile brood. It is they who are to be feared the most. I ask now that you go to Amon Ross and slay the elders. They have lived for far too long, preying upon the helpless, and must be destroyed.
Can I speak with you a moment?
By my word, know that my wife and son fell to the brood to the west, but they were not the only ones to fall to the spiders in the Vale. The Oglain have lost so many throughout the years. Other families have lost siblings and loved ones to the spiders, and more recently to the wargs stalking the wild. I have a request for you, which may prove fruitless, yet I hope it shall yield solace for many. In Amon Ross, where the spiders dwell, you likely saw many sacks of eggs. These sacks will bring more evil into the world, and grief will continue. Will you go and destroy the eggs before they hatch? The spiders' numbers grow each day, while the good folk of Osgiliath dwindle. No harm having loads of quests. We're almost level 28 anyway, so we're doing well. I'm not going to talk to Frederick the Elder yet, because most of his quests concern Book 3. I'll do all these quests again because it's a new location and a new day, and it's good for getting a reputation because I want to be at least friends with the Aglain before I leave here. Well, hopefully I'll do it by the time the videos coincide with that. We won't talk to him about Book 3, but we can do the other ones. Hannah's Dream.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Runlina, if you are to assist us, then you must know what has transpired thus far. Hannah, a girl within our encampment, visited the swamp to the north and east. She discovered an ancient relic lying out upon one of the ruins. We that which the ruins offer, as you know, and she thought nothing of consequences, as we have never seen reprisal. On this day there was something different in the swamp. Something stirred and frightened the girl so that she now has fits in her sleep. I fear for her friend. Will you find Hannah and speak to her to discover what visions plague her dreams?
Stay a moment.
Osculeth to the Forsaken Inn. This is a place where you can find shelter for the night. The innkeeper is an old man now, and the locals are a stern and morose lot. The beds are warm, and the wine is cold. Travel west along the east-west road that brought you here. The Forsaken Inn is by that road. I know a man called Candaith who might be found at the inn. If you happen to go there, bid him greetings from Frederick.
Could I speak with you a moment?
And then to Agamar, level 30. There is a place you should know of, a place full of great corruption and grave danger. It is called Agamar, the Red Swamp. The water of this place is red as blood, blood which leaks from a wound called Galeth Agawin. Yet there are those who have dared the heart of Agamar. Perhaps you will be able to aid them. Some of my kindred at the Aglain have encamped in the midst of the darkness, and I would bid you to go to their aid. Speak with Eliak the Strong, and I am sure you will find he can make use of your strength. Agamar is east of here and north. Find the red pass in the Haragmar swamp, and then you shall find the way to Agamar. And in Book 3, Fires in the North.
Could I speak with you a moment?
I have received a message from a man. Perhaps you know of him. He is a ranger by the name of Candaith. The details are vague, but it seems of great importance that you talk to him. I believe it concerns the enemy's movements in the North Downs. He is staying at a camp northwest of Weathertop. Travel west to the Forsaken Inn, then go north until you reach his campsite. And we can hand in some of these quests
What can I do for you?
already, which is
What do you
nice.
need? How can I be of service?
Good. So before we finish, I just want to go here and talk to Deputy Osman and Hunulf Muntz. So I'll see you there.
Why are you bothering me?
Gadrick sent you on to me. This is good news. My brother sought vengeance. It is true, and I swear to you just. We lost many when the goblins came here. Many are gone and still lost to us. It is good that you are here and willing to aid us. We'll get his next quest in a minute.
It's a sorry day.
Bram sent me help. He sent me here to watch over this hobbit, old Mugwort, who is proving to be far more difficult to watch than I like. He also wanted me to make certain that this fellow Hunulf was kept safe. Then I received a message from him that he wants all these other problems handled, and, oh well, thankfully you are here now.
Woe to me.
So, I'm going to leave it there for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. When we come back, we will finish off all the quests that are here, as well as aid Radagast in his defense of the Lonelands. So if you liked this episode, please consider giving us a like and subscribing to join me on the journey across Middle-earth, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and have a good day.